When the wild boar finds the bark falling off the bare trunk, why do you consciously go up and scratch your body? It's not just about scratching an itch. This implies the unique safety consciousness of wild boars in the face of survival. First of all, the boar prefers squirrels and birches, which are very dense and gluey. And when a wild boar destroys a tree trunk, other wild boars will actively follow suit. To keep the trunk producing branches, a behavior that is more pronounced in male wild boars. The peak mating season, when other males fight for territory children. Solidified branches provide good protection. When a wild boar is wrapped in branches, dry fur is like wearing heavy armor. Even if a tiger wants to kill an adult wild boar, it takes a lot of hard work. So a lot of times we have wild boars that are reckless and rampage. As if I never had to worry about getting hurt. Adult wild boars not only imitate each other, they will also pass this skill on to their young. Because it's not just about defending against predators, it's just moving through the overgrown woods. Wearing a sturdy shell will also avoid being cut by mango grass to the greatest extent. This makes the wild boar, which has strong survival ability, even more able to adapt to complex environments. Winter is the time to hunt wild boar, although wild boars are more hairy in winter. But wild boars can no longer find such natural gifts as branches. The body that was wet by the snow softened and disappeared the armor that was originally painted on. This drastically lowers the boar's defenses. Group foraging can reduce the threat from predators. But food is scarce in winter. It's not just herbivores that suffer from food headaches. Wild boars are never picky eaters, so they can still feed in the winter. But the target of the collective chamber is very obvious. Larger and more numerous than wolves. Wolves also tend to risk rituals for food. Following the footprints of the wild boar family, the wolves soon found their target. Before the wild boar arrived, the wolves quickly ducked into the bushes. The most familiar environment is the place where you often forage for food. This has also made the wild boar family let down their guard. When wild boars are concentrating on foraging, sudden attack occurs. The number of members of the wolf pack is also staggering. In order to get it as soon as possible, they pick on small pups. Adult wild boars dare not fight. After the rescue fails, they can only save their lives and flee quickly. Wild boars will enter rut in late autumn, so in the spring and summer, most wild boars choose to forage alone, or in 2s and 3s in the form of families. Foraging alone is very risky, but almost all adult male wild boars are loners. It cannot be ruled out that some of these are covered with pine branches to strengthen the defense, which brings him a sense of security. Also encountered by wolves, but this time, the wolves tried many times and couldn't succeed, because what they encountered was a heavily armored adult wild boar. The rough revealed skin makes this wild boar fearless. He even dared to fight the hunting wolves alone, unable to inflict fatal damage to prey. In the end, the wolves can only choose to give up another goal.